Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Luandile here, the leader of Manikwe School. Today we're going to be doing exercise 1.3 from this textbook here. As we all know, each exercise is done in 3 different ways, but on this video specifically, we'll be actually doing it from student A's perspective. That is to say, we are doing it in the simple way possible. Okay, so let's jump on to the question itself and see what is it we are required to do. Let's zoom in. Display a pattern. So write a program that displays the following pattern. So this is what we need to display. This is the word Java that we've got to display on our program. Okay, let's get on to our IDE. Before I do, you guys, here's what I strongly suggest you do. If you truly wanna gain something out of these tutorials I'm doing, it's better you attempt these problems by yourself before you jump onto my solutions. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your time and most of all your energy, because you see, sitting down and looking at me solving this problem won't help you much. In fact, it won't help you at all. You see, programming is like mathematics. You've got to learn by doing. You see, the more you fail, it's the more you get closer to becoming the best version of yourself when it comes to programming. So what I suggest you do, you start by attempting to solve this problem. I mean, all of them, basically. You start by trying to solve them out on your own, and then you get to my solution. I'm not saying my solutions are the best ways of doing this problem. You see, I'm also a learner, so I mean, everyone when it comes to programming is a learner. So it's an infinite learning process when it comes to programming. You keep learning all the time. So what I strongly suggest you do, try these problems on your own and then you get back to my solution. So let's jump onto our IDE now. Okay, let's create new Java project, call it exercise 1.3, and then you save it on the file that I actually created on my desktop. You see, look at this. This is my desktop over here, and then I decided to save my file on this folder called chapter 1. Okay, there we go. Then we hit finish. Now let's solve this problem from student A's perspective. So we're gonna call the class exercise 1.3a. Oh, actually we gotta put underscore exercise underscore 1 underscore 3 and then put a. Okay, we add the main method, we hit the finish button. Okay, oh, this is not happening. This is not happening. You see, this shouldn't be here. I mean, these 3, they shouldn't be here. Let me delete them. They shouldn't be there. Those 3, they shouldn't be there. Okay, yeah, this is what we left with. Okay, so what is it that student A will do on this exercise? You see, student A will simply use a grid to plot this pattern. If you're looking at it, it's this pattern here. This is actually on a grid, right? So each alphabet, either J or A or V or A or whatever, it's actually on some cell on the grid. So student A, what he did is he decided to print these words line by line. So this is the very first line student A decided to print, and then secondly he decided to print this line, thirdly this line, and lastly the very last line. So this is how it's done programmatically. You just go system.out.println, and then you put the whole thing. You put the first line. As I told you guys, my screen is a bit messed up, so sometimes I have to move around my IDE so that I can properly see what's going on. Okay, so what student A did is, based on what he wrote down first, he discovered that he has got to leave 4 spaces before writing J. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then J. And then after that, 5 spaces, and then write A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then write the letter A. After that, 5 spaces again, and then V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then V. Again, and then after that, 5 spaces again, and then write V, a second V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then V. For the very last time on this line, 5 spaces has to be put, and then write A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A. And then we now go to the second line. System.out.println. Okay, on the second line, you leave 4 spaces and then write J again. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the letter J, and 4 spaces again, and then the letter A. 1, 2, 3, 4, A. 1 space and the letter A again. 1 space and the letter A. Okay. 5 spaces and the letter V. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the letter V. After that, you go 3 spaces and the letter V. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, then the letter V. Right after that, you go 5 spaces in the letter A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A. And then you go 1 space and then the letter A for the last time. 1 space and then the letter A. Save that, you go to the deadline. You just go system.out.println, then you print the deadline. Again, you guys, you cannot just memorize this stuff because the number of spaces between these letters matters, and you're gonna have to write it down first. I didn't just out of the blue pick random number of spaces in between. You gotta write it down. That's the only way it's gonna make sense. So on the third line now. On the third line we actually have J. We have let's look at the output. At the output first. Or on the deadline, we start by having J. We go J and 3 spaces and another J. 1, 2, 3, J. and then 3 spaces, and how many A's? 1 and 5 A's. So we're gonna have to have 3 spaces, 1 2 3 and 5 A's. 1 2 3 4 5. 5 spaces and the letter V. 1 2 3 4 5 and the letter V. 1 space and the letter V. Space and the letter V. 5 spaces and then 5 A's. It's gonna be 1 2 3 4 5 and 1 2 3 4 5. That's pretty much it. We go to the very last line. It's system.out.println, and then you go okay, and then we're gonna have to leave 1 space and the letter J, and then we leave another space and the letter J again. We'll then leave 3 spaces and A, 1 2 3, then go A. After that we'll leave 5 spaces and the letter V. No. And then after that we leave 5 spaces and the letter A again. 1 2 3 4 5 and the letter A. We'll then leave how many spaces? We'll then leave 5 spaces and the letter V. 1 2 3 4 5 and then V. And then we gotta leave 5 spaces and the letter A 2 times. So it's 5 spaces and the letter A. 1 2 3 4 5 A. Again we go 1 2 3 4 5 and then A. You see, just by looking at this, even though we haven't yet run our program, but we can properly see that it is gonna print out. So let's check it out. Boom, we got what we expected. So we're good to go to the next solution, which is from student B's perspective. Cheers, you guys. I'm gone.